You can be a captain. It goes that high?
I'm runner up.
Anyways, messy.
Yeah.
Needless
Yeah,
to say,
what's up?
when your character pulls the blindfold off and gets nauseous,
He's fine.
you can imagine he's like seeing double. You know what I mean? Like you can imagine he's like seeing double at the moment, as he's all disoriented, with what's going on. So
He
I
would
don't know.
probably just keep closing his eyes
that's
whenever
a
he got really
massive
nauseous.
hype train.
It is, yeah, 243%. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Messy, what'd you say?
I was saying, whenever he gets really nauseous, he'd probably just close his eyes and just feel his way. And he's gonna try to keep moving with the group,
Gotcha.
despite his nauseousness.
Despite being sick. Oh, now you're trying to redo it. Hang on.
Well, you
I
just
have to like look on stream.
you
so-
just oh god, this
Which
is
way?
just
It's this way. I have to go. I have to go this way. Oh, I'm not good at this.
this is terrible, guys. This is not this does not look good.
I'm on the wrong.
Where are you grabbing, Tyler?
I'm trying to do
Other
heart.
side, Tyler.
I'm
Other
trying to
side.
make a heart. It's not working.
What other side? Over here?
Wait.
Yes, that
Where's
was where
the
she
bottom
was
of my
reaching.
camera?
Oh.
Oh, now we're on the. Oh, we switched. Okay, there we go.
I can't do the heart shape this way.
I don't know
What
if
the
we
hell was
got
that?
it.
Normally it's like this.
We sort of have it. It's not great.
Anyway, that's what we were trying to do before we came back. Well, I was laughing so
What?
hard.
Messy, I think your girlfriend just popped in the room.
One in there.
No,
Oh,
Door's closed.
sorry. I thought I just saw your girlfriend pop in the room for a second.
must have
All
been
right.
mistaken her for someone else.
Oh, okay. Well, corner of
I
my eye, I
like-
thought I
I
saw
like
somebody.
Snaga.
Maybe it was your cat. Sorry.
I like what
Might have
Saga
been.
said.
Ooh, what hype train did I get? Level 4 emo. What emo is this? Hype block.
Oh yeah, can we give the party magical items because they were cheated out of it last hype train?
'Cause
They
it was
could
my
have
fault?
made me do the thing for me. Oh, please.
Please.
One moment,
Please.
please. Sorry, chat. I know we want to get back to the story. That's what we're all excited about here. But I have to do a
I
thing.
feel like we
Tyler.
haven't actually started playing yet. It's been 2 hours.
Oh, come on. We've done so much so far. You guys got into
Yeah,
the place. It's actually legitimately a very difficult thing to do. So hold on, chat. I'm going to need you to vote on something for me really quickly.
Damn,
So
I wasted all my daddies last time.
Democrats can't use channel points to add votes.
What are you talking about? They do it all the time.
Nano. In democracy, you
super
don't get to
PACs.
use. Don't get to use stepdaddies to cheat.
Yes, you do. It's called money and super PACs, lobbying, the NRA, other agencies.
Guys, this
Right.
could be game changing because I had to change things.
all right, here we go. Starting poll, 2-minute poll now.
Yo, the Pride Float B kind of looks like an egg. Not gonna lie.
There you go, chat. You guys can
I
vote
can
on
only
Who voted nothing and
I am
you?
only allowed to vote once. That's it.
We're allowed to vote?
that. Yeah, it's on
One vote.
Twitch
As
chat.
long as you don't use like channel points, I think it's fair.
I never get channel points on any channel. It's so annoying.
You have unlimited, so you could go into your vote and pick
On my
whatever the
own
hell.
channel, sure, but literally
Yeah.
Rena's channel is the only one where I actually get channel points. Nobody else is. It always borks on me. It doesn't work.
You don't get
So
channel
weird.
points on mine?
Nobody's. Not Lost Initiative. Nothing. Nobody's. I only get it on Rena's, and I'm pretty sure I'm a mod on all the channels, so that shouldn't be a factor. So
You're not a mod on my channel, that's for sure. You're a VIP.
wow, wow. Did you guys hear the way he said that? Pat,
You're
did you
not
hear
allowed
that?
on my
You're not a
channel.
mod on my channel. That's for sure.
Scott, I've been
That's
in
for
enough
sure.
campaigns with you and watched enough campaigns. I don't want to give you a sword.
Wow.
Wow.
Everybody rescind their votes.
Wait, no.
Go little one for each character.
Wait, hold on. Most people, if I was in Lost Initiative, they'd be voting for me because I'm giving Scott shit right now.
Guys, there's still enough time. You can switch to nothing. I feel like the party deserves
Oh,
nothing
no.
after this.
Come
Especially
on, I did that
no,
last
no.
time.
Nothing, because we want to actually play the campaign. So let's do nothing so we can focus on the game, so we can actually have fun.
Hey,
Let's switch to
nothing.
nothing.
The big one doesn't really make things too complicated.
Mm-hmm. Tyler, it looks like you actually have some nice people in chat right now.
I
All right,
appreciate
Come on,
fine.
guys. We're 48 votes behind for little one for each char. Oh,
It's so
growing.
close. It's so close. It's just growing not fast enough.
No,
So
it's growing.
close.
It's growing fast enough.
25.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's really close.
It got
Oh,
there so close.
So close. Just didn't happen fast enough. Sorry, guys. All right. Yeah, you got Tyler. You know what it is. So would you like to explain to chat what it is?
So
Congratulations,
essentially,
Tyler.
I believe it's the Naga scale, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, the Naga scale, when I first put it, it was a scale of a Naga. For those of you that don't know what a Naga is, it's basically a snake creature with the face of a human. Is that exactly right?
Yeah.
Scott?
Yeah, like a snake with a head and face of a human. That works.
Yeah, it's a magical creature.
person.
And early in the Regicide campaign, I had come across the lair of the Naga as Ophios and found a scale on the wall. I was told at the time it was a very powerful item. And eventually he actually inserted it in his own scales and it started growing to become a part of him. It is an item I needed to attune to. So the idea of this big one is now that Naga scale no longer requires attunement because it has officially and permanently become a part of Ophios. It's essentially grown into him and grown to be him, part of him.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir. All right, everybody. So you're finally there. Several minutes pass. There's lots of vomit. Rena, she finally starts vomiting. And what's his face? Elijah. God, I can't remember that new character's name. Oh, God, I can never remember the new character's name. I'm sorry. So
It's a great
Elijah,
sign.
he's too late to the campaign. Elijah, he has his nausea, so on and so forth, plays it through. Finally, it finishes. When all is said and done, Ophelia, disgusted, comes over and uses a few prestidigitations to pull the vomit out of the hallway and just like splatter it across the ground out here. Just like, you guys remember, prestidigitation does not destroy dirt or filth or anything like that in this campaign. It just moves it. So she just kind of removes it from the hallway and clears off your clothes and whatnot and says, perhaps now you'll be a little bit presentable. Listen, Ophios. Ophios?
Yes?
Are you distracted by the temple itself?
No.
I'm
I'm distracted by the loop that I saw. It disappeared through this doorway is how I found the door.
I understand that, but you're going to have to investigate this, and you're going to have to be keen. I don't think I should go with you.
What are you going to do?
We've been in here for some amount of time already. They're going to have a reason to not continue checking on us. I think Cadus needs to be a more present person right now.
Fair. I understand. I think we'll be okay.
I certainly hope so. Keep your wits about you. Be careful. And she will... Well, be safe. Rena, Elijah, Ophios. I think Cadus turns and walks off, because obviously Ophelia put the magical disguise on her. And walks out of off the pyramid, which is out of the ruins or whatever. It's so weird what's happening right now in your minds, the dual images or whatever. But there you guys are in that first room. Rena, you're the one that's closest. You're the one that's actually further inside that room right now. One of the things you notice about that room right there is there are a bunch of cubbies there. It's literally like hooks for like hanging jackets and cubbies for putting boots and so on and so forth. You see there's a bunch of cubbies inside there, including a few pairs of old shoes. There's actually 3 pairs of shoes that happen to be in there. I mean, they're old, they're worn, There's actually 3 pairs of boots, I should say, that are sitting inside that cubby. It's important to note that of the 3 pairs, one of them looks to be like, well, actually, I suppose you have to roll an investigation to get any more information.
Okay. Ugh,
Wah, wah, wah.
I don't notice much.
You walk in, you're like,
Shoot.
shoes. I don't know if
Shoes.
anybody else is interested in looks as well.
This whole time, how long can I keep detect magic up? I know I can cast it willy nilly, but
I mean, you can cast it willy-nilly, so, and I think it's a minute. Each
I mean,
casting.
yeah, Ophios is gonna just anytime he sees something, I'll recast it. So if I see these boots walking in, I'm gonna cast detect magic and see if there's any magics coming off of the boots.
Roll an investigation.
Sure.
When you check out the boots, one of the things you notice is one of the pairs of boots is small, definitely small enough to fit in a fouet. Another pair of the boots is large. We're talking like large, not like mountain man large, but like, you know, some big dude clearly wore these. You know what I mean? Boots of a big guy, right? And the last pair of boots is not too big, not too small, but you know, just right. Anyways, 3 pairs of boots happen to be sitting inside the cubbies. One of the things that you also notice with your investigation there, sir, is the floor in this room, like in this little cubby alcove off to your side over here, also happens to have a whole bunch of little holes or slits inside of it. It seemed to have like an area down below, a bunch of small little slits. You almost didn't notice them, not because that they're too incredibly tiny, though they are smaller. It's more because of like the way that the stone is structured. It's got like a specific design to it. Like, it's almost like a trick of the like if you see a 3D image, right? If you look at it just the right way, you can see like the Eiffel Tower or whatever coming at you. It's almost like the way that the stone is just designed, the actual type of stone, the pattern on it. You almost didn't notice that it was there. But it was a DC 18 to even notice that those little holes were there. No magic or anything to see.
Interesting.
Hi,
There
Matt.
must be something below this. Below these boots. Is there dust on the shoes like they've been sitting there a long time?
They have been sitting there a long time. Years, very likely. Not like eons, not like decades, but you know, years.
Since opening the door, have I seen a Fouet or anybody else enter?
Not yet.
Okay. Rena, what do you see up there? There seems to be 2 directions we could go.
What do I see? Do I have to do perception?
He can describe to you. Oh wait, you're talking about going ahead or what?
Just
Rena's
take a
like
couple.
at a
I'm like kind of ahead.
crossroads. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
want me
I
to
mean,
just
she
move
can
up
keep
there?
going
Well,
ahead.
that's the
she'd
cubby
like.
there on the right.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
the cubby.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're like sharing the same spot. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more or
we're
less.
like in the same area.
More.
Is there space to put more shoes, or is it
Yeah.
pretty much
Oh yeah, there's a
full?
bunch of cubbies there, and there's places for hanging your coats and whatnot too. Absolutely. And honestly, because of the kind of temple that it is, it's probably considered respectful to do so. Kind of get that impression.
I don't know how this place works. But would you guys be uncomfortable with removing your shoes?
My shoes? I mean, if this place is that old, look how long these have been here. Do you
You're
think that-
right, but perhaps it could change the dynamic of once we enter if we are respectful to the places. This cubby is here for a purpose. Obviously, these are sitting here, and oddly, one of them, Fouet shoes, at least I think. We need to be smart, and took a lot of wits to get in here. I feel like we need to be smart about what we act here. Would you be uncomfortable with it? Would it hold you back to take your shoes off?
Oh, you were right about the wall. I'll take off my shoes. She'll take her shoes off and put them in, I guess, one of the empty cubbies.
Okay. So sure, you take your shoes off, you put them inside the empty cubbies. No problem. Ophios?
He obviously, if he's inclined to tell other people to do it, he's going to do it as well.
Elijah?
Am I still like sick?
No, I fast forwarded through that.
Oh, okay.
And then Ophelia used prestidigitation to pull all that goop out.
Sure. Okay. I'll take my shoes off. Why not?
Okay. Put them also in a cubby.
Does anything happen?
You just put your boots in the cubbies. They're sitting there comfortably. Nothing's happening whatsoever. At least not yet. You know, maybe in time, maybe as you walk through, but certainly not just taking your boots off and putting them into the cubby. I mean, the stone floor itself is cool, you know, which considering it's summertime, it's kind of nice. You know, you're removed from the sun. The stone is cool on your feet. That feels nice. Well, for two of you. One of you is cold-blooded, likes the heat. That's fine. It's also nice to be underneath a cool rock every once in a while.
All right.
Do you guys try to clean your boots or anything? Does anybody use like prestidigitation to clean the boots? Or you just like leave them there?
Our boots or the other boots?
Those ones. The other ones are just dusty. You can clean those too.
I mean, Ophios is curious about the holes underneath, so he probably would do something like that.
Sure. So you just like prestidigitation to pull it down?
Yeah.
Sure. So the goop and everything, like the filth, whatever that's on your boots from walking and everything else, and all that, literally it's pulled off your boots and you kind of just cascade it down those little slits that are there. So it's almost like drainage for them.
Mm-hmm.
You guys leave your boots here and continue on?
Ophios is pondering right now because this is Loper territory, and he's wondering if respectful is the right way to go, but perhaps he needs to be to prevent himself from traps. He's at an impasse. He wants to disgrace this place, destroy this place. It feels odd to him, but he's going to move forward without his shoes.
Okay. So no shoes on. You start to move forward. I was gonna say stop right there at that pass. You guys come to the first crossroads, and everybody else you can feel free to share a square with Ophios, so you can all see the same thing. Okay. So as you guys come, Huey, Dewey, Louie style, looking around the corner, and that'd be really funny. Like
Just boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
All three of our little heads. Yeah, exactly. Just.
Anyways, yeah. So Huey, Dewey, Louie style. You look around the corner and you see that there are, I suppose, 3 different ways you can go. Going straight across would bring you around the right-hand bend. Not that far across, you can take a right as well and go through a door that's there. You also see a doorway a little bit up to the left. Presumably that doorway will lead you to maybe another door. Maybe all 3 of them lead you to a door. You don't know. Where do you go first? You head towards the doorway, the first doorway, or what?
What do you think, Elisha?
He would probably look down each hallway first. Like this would be pretty important to see, I think, before he chooses a doorway. I think he would probably walk down to here and then look to the left and then walk in.
Why is that when you walked over there, it did not update the map?
It might have for him, but not.
It did for me.
It didn't for me. That's weird. I have to find out why. Give me a second.
Okay.
Because that's important. Elijah. Edit. Hold on
Is
one
it just
second.
me that's broken, or is it everybody?
It's just you. Give me 1 second.
Great.
Oh.
I can now see what you can see. Okay, that'll update. Just 1 second. So there we go. Now I can see what you can see. Sorry about that, guys. So I just didn't have permissions on my other page here. So when you go walking over, you happen to see it's through that doorway there. So obviously you walked by, so we can leave one of you guys here so you can see. There's obviously a doorway right there. You can see that there is a room in there. There's a room that has this large inscription on the floor. Design on the floor. Looks to be like a large flower. across the room, you see what looks to be an egg-shaped mirror, a very large egg-shaped mirror that's kind of, distorting the view of yourself from, obviously where you are, how far away you are is kind of like blowing out and changing the view of yourself. What do you do?
Elijah was leading the way, so
Mhm.
Elijah would be in the front right now.
He would cautiously enter.
Sure. So you
And
take one
then,
step forward, and
you get here, and then whatever you say.
I was gonna say you take one step forward, and as you do, just like looking at that mirror that's there across the
Yeah.
way, one of the first things that you notice is that, like I said, kind of like a funhouse mirror style. Again, that kind of like bowed look just completely distorts the image. As you take that step forward, finally your image is kind of, it's still out of view, but it's kind of just barely starting to come into view. You take that second step forward, or the other 5 feet, to finally get into that room. A few things happen. First and foremost, you can much more clearly see yourself. The image is still all sorts of different. When it's bowed out like that, the image gets made like blown outwards. When it's like bowed inwards, it gets made like a really small compressed version, right? So you see it's like blown out version of you. You can actually see all of you showing up on the egg that's there, even if you're distorted and large. You have to get closer to really see how focused and whatnot you would look. But something else, 2 other things happen when you step into that room. One of the things that happen is that you smell. It's a smell, a type of flowers. What is that? Actually, you can roll me an intelligence check to see if you can remember what kind of flowers this is.
Just flat intel
Do we
Yeah,
or nature?
just
do
him.
we pick that
Just
up
him.
too? or
Just him.
Okay.
Nature or just flat intel? It's the same. It's the same either way for me.
Intelligence. Or sorry, nature. Same. Doesn't matter either way. 19. You know that. My apologies. You know that is honeysuckle, is the smell.
Oh.
The flowers honeysuckle, which makes sense because it's literally the image you see on the ground. So you just smell honeysuckle. But that's not the most important thing that happens. As you step into that room, you feel something. You feel something strange. Not only does Elijah feel himself, he feels the equipment he's wearing. Let me describe. Not the clothing you're wearing, you can clearly feel it on your skin, but you can feel every fiber of the clothing that you're wearing. You can feel everything that is on your character's person, right? So whether it be the dagger that's at your side, right, the potion that's in your belt, all of the coins or the diamonds that you have on your person, the heavy flail that sags by you, each individual page of your spellbook, you feel these individually. Not just like you're aware of them, and you're very aware of them. They almost become like extensions of yourself. Like if you wanted to, just as easily as you could fold your fingers or flex an arm, you could move one if you wanted to, because they're like an extension of who you are. But more importantly, you can also feel around you too. You can feel the floor beneath your feet as that last foot settled, as you became unsettled, right, with the experience. As your foot hit that ground, you can feel the vibrations. You can feel the actual foot hitting the grounds, not because your foot hit the grounds, but because you can almost feel the ground hitting your foot. You know what I mean? Anyways, what do you do when you get here? Continue on. What do you?
I think he'll kind of have like a flicker of him in like using his equipment, kind of like paging through the spell book and being like, oh, I can really I can feel each page individually.
So what it is
the words on it.
when you say paging through, do you actually like pick up the spell book or something, or no?
No,
you
he would
leave it
just
where it is.
Leave it where it is and try to. With
So
his
what it is
body,
you
like-
can literally feel the etchings on each individual page. You can feel the
Okay.
markings, like because when you draw with a quill, you don't just leave behind residue of ink, but that does give a bit of a raised bit of that. You can also feel the depressed area that the actual pressure of the quill does on the page. So both the depression making almost like a well that's then overfilled by ink that solidifies and puts almost like a doming over the top. You can feel all of that.
He's going to take maybe just some random notes, some non-important chicken scratch that he feels in his spell book or in his notebook or whatever, and he's going to try to change a word just to see if he can.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
What happens when you try to change the word? Chicken scratch. It's probably notes from when you first met Rena and whatnot, and you grab the word volatile, and you literally just try to grab that word, and maybe it wasn't referring to you. Grab the word, and you just try to change it. Nothing too different, like to violet, right? And as you try to do that, unfortunately, your control over it is very lacking. And instead of trying to move around the wells and the etchings of where this is, you're just kind of like tearing the page and like causing the ink to like splatter outwards. So the back of the page next to it and whatnot, you can literally feel that this is happening.
Is it painful?
No, not at all. You just understand that it happened.
Okay.
I imagine Ophios, he just stops moving. There's nothing
he
I can
seems to be
see
concentrating.
that
His back is to you, and he seems to be standing still. And you can tell by just kind of his posture, his breathing, he's concentrating. But you don't know what on or what about.
Elijah, what is it?
I smell honeysuckle, but there's a lot more to it than that. Just give me a moment.
Ophios's eyes get real big, knowing that the smell of honeysuckle is what protected the last loper that was killed.
Do you stay where you are? Do you walk forward? What do you do?
Me?
He's staying where he is for the time being, but his eyes are
Elijah.
big. Oh.
I got what you're saying, Tyler.
Just from a glance, or not even a glance, from observing the room, is there any reason that I would be smelling honeysuckle? Like, is there like a liquid somewhere, like in front of me that I can see?
No. Chad, if you want me to zoom on the map, let me know, but it's not really a high detailed map anyways. Go ahead, sir.
I said Ophios is on high alert right now, expecting a loper to be hidden somewhere.
Okay. Elijah's gonna back out of the room and see if that feeling dissipates.
So you just kind of like take steps back, and as you take steps back, you feel, like you said, almost like your senses, which were on fire and on end, feel so much stretched out beyond yourself, step back as well. You are you again, as you always understood yourself to be, as opposed to that strange extension of yourself that you felt before, like moments ago.
Okay. And then he'll open his notes and take a look at the word he tried to change and see if it really did change.
There's a mess of ink on the back of the page next to it. You can see the whole thing is just a mess.
And he would show that to Rena and Ophios and say, I did this standing perfectly still.
Ophios will raise an eyebrow quizzically, and he's going to, because I hadn't summoned the blade since I had gotten my stuff back, summon his blade.
Rena, roll me a perception check. You notice that the notes that he's showing to you, even though the page is ripped and splattered, a note saying, while this other Rena seems to be far more lovely than the first, I don't think it's a real one. But before you can even react to the fact that you just saw that fucking note, you're pretty sure you just saw something out of the corner of your eye coming from over here. Almost positive you did. You glance that way quickly to see if you just saw something there because you're sure you saw a movement. You didn't. Nothing's there. If you're trying to speak, you're muted. I don't know if you were trying to or not.
Does my blade come to me?
Sorry,
Scott?
You said that you concentrate to summon your blade?
Yep.
It's in your hand.
Okay.
Like Thor.
Except it appears out of thin air.
Moment. Sometimes it takes a while.
That's Ragnarok. That's good.
I timed that a little.
Performance anxiety?
Let me try this again.
That happens to all of us.
I imagine Arena looked over there. He's gonna say, Elijah, what do you mean you were able to mess with that page? Rena, were you going
What
to say
happens in-
something?
I just realized I was muted, and so that's 100% my fault.
I told
Oh.
you were muted.
I like didn't even realize that you were talking to me. I don't know why. Sorry. All I was gonna say was that like if she had seen something really quickly, like and then noticed nothing was there, like as you were calling your weapon to you, she'd probably just go like this, extremely fast, and maybe pull Ophios kind of towards the doorway where Elijah's standing,
Oh, so like into the room.
or not really in the room, but like where because he's not in the room, he's like in the doorway.
Just like, yeah.
Yeah, just to wherever he's standing.
Ophios would probably quietly say, "What is it?"
I thought I saw something back from where we entered.
Ophios is inclined to run towards whatever came that you saw.
She would
Sure.
stop you.
You take a couple steps over that way. So maybe Ophios, you want to move your mini over one before she grabs your shoulder and stops you?
Like here?
Sure. Rena, you stopped him.
There are one of two things I think it could be, Rena. Just trust me.
I mean, I don't trust this place, so it doesn't really make sense to separate. Walls could close in on each other.
Then stay with me.
She'll look to Elijah and then go to follow.
I got a feeling we're not going to use that.
He steps forward again.
Okay. And you're going to want to do so one more time. And you happen to see the Hafue over there taking his shoes off. He's literally taking his shoes off and putting them over into the cubby that's over there.
Just the Hafue?
Correct. Just the Hafue taking his shoes off and putting them into the cubby. So he
Since
takes them off.
I don't remember his name. What was his name that he told me?
Salant.
Salant. Is that you?
He looks up and goes, "Oh, hi there. Guys, there's people here.
You're not
nice
talking
to
to
meet you.
anybody, Salant.
You know my name. Strange indeed," he says. You can see he's like kind of taking a step back, seemingly kind of like the way that he's taking a step back. Roll me an insight check. It looks like he's taking a step back because you've seen this look beforehand. Yondis, you see this all the time. To allow somebody else to step forward.
Oh, do we see any? We only see him.
We only see him, right?
Correct.
You used the counter song to get in here, correct?
I did.
I've seen you before. You need to trust me. You are here by yourself. You are the only one I see. I know you came with companions.
Who are you?
My name is Ophios.
Pleasure to meet you, Ophios. Is this your temple here? I have to say, it's some incredible safeguards.
It is not mine. I came to explore it. Do you not remember me?
My apologies, Ophios. You seem to have me at a bit of a, misfortunate. I can't think of the phrasing I want. I'm sorry. You seem to catch me at an unfortunate time. I don't recall who you are. How do you know who I am? And he seems to look like he's looking at somebody else. Maybe it has something to do with the magic.
Rena would say to Ophios.
Rena, do you see him?
Do I see him?
Yeah, you do actually. Yes,
I do.
You do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I see him. Is this the person you said was caught in some sort of loop?
Yes.
If that's the case, he may not remember.
But he also may be essential to finding our way through this.
Maybe we should let him do what he's here to do and follow him? If he's playing through a loop, then we could take advantage of that.
You're right. The only thing that concerns me is if his boots were already here. Where is he? What is he? Or what happened to him? Maybe he shows us the way not to go.
Yeah, best not to follow too close then.
Apologies. I'll allow you to go about your business. Would you mind if I just followed?
Yeah. Hey, I got a question.
Yeah?
Why are you here?
I came to explore an anomaly.
We've never met before, right?
We have here, not in here, outside.
Talk about an anomaly.
I don't know who that was.
I
wouldn't
don't
know that one. That's my
What?
brother.
Oh, that's good.
The fuck?
Did you not see the Hufue just now, Scott?
There, you
Yeah,
just saw him. He was right
came
there.
in.
To be fair, I have actually met Messi. He is pretty short.
I'll leave. I'll have the other me just come fill, and you guys won't even notice.
So how does he react to me saying, "Yeah, I met you outside"?
Yes, sorry. So he says, outside here, outside
Outside
Vala?
of, just outside of this doorway.
Huh.
I tried to hold you there, and weird things happened.
Yeah, so you want to follow us rather
You.
than... Listen, you
There's
already...
only you.
I don't know why you keep saying that. Listen, I mean, don't get me wrong. With the company that I keep, I often feel that way. Believe
No.
you me, but...
The other ones are not here. You are the only one I can see.
No, he does not need 2 coins. Just... Yes, I know. I know. Believe me.
2 coins. That happened last time I talked to you. But in a different place.
You can just go ahead. I think we'll hang back.
Ophios sighs and is going to run and grab him again.
So you rush forward to grab him. So as you rush forward to grab him, he's immediately going to start casting a spell. Roll initiative.
Oh.
Ah! God damn it, Salat! You
Hey,
suck!
where's the tracker? There's no
Oh, you don't need a
tracker.
tracker. This is just meant to... It's just him acting. Just Ophio's trying to get...
Oh, I thought it
Just-
was
never
all of
mind.
us.
No.
Yeah,
It's just
sure.
Ophio's trying to get there before he does anything. Ophios, you rush over and you run down to him and you try to grab him. Where are your athletics are?
Grapple athletics again. Oof.
Do you want to modify that?
No.
Okay. 1 second.
Now, if I run, can I do something instead of a grapple? I already tried to grapple this time, but I'll try something next time because I guess the grapple is the action. Unless, wait, that would be my action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He beats you,
All right.
so he's not grappled.
What does he do?
Immediately, he's from where he is, he's immediately going to cast a spell.
He rolled a natty 1, which means he doesn't have his action.
Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You are correct. It's your turn.
Grab
Try to
him
grab
again.
him again. I imagine.
Actually, it's Rena should have gone first.
Yeah,
but...
but there's a
But
narrow
it's
hallway.
just you two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too narrow for you to
I
have
don't
an
mean to
actual
harm
armor.
you. I do not want to harm you. I just want to show you what happened last time. Let me hold you still.
Jesus. Do you grapple at him? As
Yeah.
you say that?
Yeah.
I'm going to roll as I say something. Unfortunately, I couldn't do my thing last time.
Oh wow.
So as you try to grab at him, he like pulls away and says, "You're not going to constrict me," and pulls back. And he's immediately
Strict
going to
you.
he's immediately going
Oh,
to cast a
no,
spell. Roll a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Aren't you really good at wisdom saves?
No.
Not really.
I'm really good at charisma saves.
Oh, that's what it is. Oopsies. We're gonna die.
50-50 for a 15.
Take that.
Yes!
You are unfortunately able to resist the spell. So he pulls back to get away as he says that. And you grab at him, he says that, and he pulls back to get away. And all of a sudden he's like, ugh! And you see his head does that like weird, like you can see like the multiple layers of like almost like frame after frame after frame after frame. It was like his head kind of like snapping one way and then snapping back. But it doesn't go back and forth like last time. Like it happens only for a moment, like, ugh! And then like he seems to be back focused on you again. And he's like, "Why are you attacking me?"
I'm not attacking you. And what do you mean by constrict you?
He realizes like there's like a look of horror on his face, like maybe he said too much. And he takes a couple steps back and says, "Ophios, not your enemy. Okay? I am not your enemy. I am not Peredhel." And he continues backing up.
How
Say
do you
anything?
know? How do you know about Peredhel?
Hey, I'm going to leave. We're all going to leave. It's okay.
No, please don't.
Wait,
Why?
you said.
What do
said
you
he was
know about
looping,
me
right?
and Peredhel?
Nothing.
Ophios. You said he was looping, right?
Yes.
Do you recall him leaving?
No.
Let him leave.
Ophios will actually sit on the floor.
He seems confused, but just continues backing up.
Please.
And as he steps through the door, you can see, and then kind of seems to be like thrown out again as he takes like steps in and back for a few moments, and then he seems to come to his senses again and looks up and he's like, "Ophios, you're here again, and again, and again. You're inside. Everybody's inside. Did I sing the song for you?
You didn't sing any song for me.
You all got in on your own."
Oh my.
Yes.
He takes a step in and says, "When is now? Have you been here long?"
Soon.
Maybe an hour?
Okay, so you haven't been here for a while. Have you been attacked yet?
No. Attacked by what?
When he says yet, Reno will turn around and watch the other hall.
He says, they're strange things. They have arms in weird places and a horn on their head. They're a really strange creature. They just, they appear, by jumping through, they just appear because they seem to always be jumping ahead. At least that's what we were able to discover before. They jump ahead and then they'll take you and bring you ahead with them. It's strange. Have you seen them yet?
I've not seen any such creatures.
Who is we?
Good. Do you actually call out who's we?
Yeah.
He looks over your shoulder and says, myself, Barbados, Esmond, and honestly, I can't remember the other one's name. She's only been with us for a few hours. How long has it been?
You've been
Jen?
caught in a loop.
I think I know that. I feel like
That's a good start.
he like looks out, like almost like he's looking up, and he looks horrified. He's like looking down, and he sees like almost like you're losing him for a moment.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
It's a long fall. I shouldn't have jumped. Just thought it was a quicker way. Don't jump.
Don't jump. What of the shoes?
What shoes?
You took off your shoes.
Yeah, you gotta be respectful. It's a temple.
But I understand that, but if you were attacked and you still were respectful, what would change the fact of keeping the shoes on?
Listen, don't drink the water. If there's anything I can tell you, don't drink the water. Esmond did.
So, hey, my name's Elijah. You've obviously done this many times. Would you?
Elijah, I'm so sorry. Rena, did you roll a perception check really quickly?
Oh, yep.
Hi, my name is Elijah. You've obviously done this many times. Can you? Rena doesn't notice as something appears behind you. Because
Even though I'm looking in that direction, I must have looked back as soon as Elijah started speaking.
It's like you're like mostly looking this way. Elijah says something, and it's like as he's speaking, you kind of like look down here for a second. Roll the perception check. Or should see it.
Can I roll with disadvantage to see because I have observer?
Oh yeah, my apologies. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're gonna get noticed in a moment, anyways.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it already was where you were. Rena saw it before, but it wasn't there. Anyway, something appears behind you for just a moment, just enough to grab at you. I'm gonna roll a grab at you roll, and we'll see what happens. Okay?
Is that
At me or Elijah?
No, that's me, Elijah. Give me 1 second to do my grab at you roll.
You grabbing me?
Yeah, you're the one standing in the spot,
Do you have
buddy.
like a timer set or something?
Oh
Okay.
my
Oh
god!
my God.
Oh my god!
Okay, great. He's got a timer set. We got to talk faster, boys.
So I need you to roll me in athletics.
Yeah, I'm losing. I can already tell you. Unless I roll natty 20.
It's possible.
Nope.
Not possible.
Can I reach for him if I'm quick enough?
You aren't aware. I'll describe what you see in just one moment. I'm so sorry. I'm just looking for my actual roll for this. So, because it's so sorry. Where's
Can you imagine Kingmaker trying to go through here reading like a page of dialogue in an hour?
Oh my god.
I'm
Are you
fucked.
kidding me?
What happens is, out of nowhere, you see a strange yellowish, brownish colored clawed hands come around and grab across your chest, and then that's all that happens. Rena, what you see is, you're pretty sure you saw something for a moment, but what you definitely know you see is that Elijah is no more.
No more as in just gone?
Just
I'm
gone.
gone, baby.
Oh god.
We got like probably 5 minutes before it happens again, so. I'm
F.
sorry, I'm metagaming. I should stop.
She'll just shout, Ophios. To get his attention.
I mean,
What? Where'd
Elijah
Elijah
is
go?
gone. The thing
It got him. One of those got him. Listen, this is what you need to do, okay? Because we learned this the hard way.
You have
But-
to move fast.
No, listen, we learned this the hard way. They move fast. but they can only move when they're here. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you prepare, they have to return always where they left, okay? They always return where they left. And then they move quick. And they can choose to come and go when they want, but they can only move when they're here. They always return to the same spot that they left. If you prepare, you could save him before it's too late. But what they'll try to do is they'll try to leave them there to break you up. Because if they can say send 2 away and then leave 1 behind, then they can eat the 1 or whatever it is that they do. We never found out, thank God. Thank the martyr. But when you need to just be prepared, but understand there's not just one. Well, we killed a few, so it might be the last one, but I'm not sure. I won't lie. I'm happy I haven't become one, but I feel like sometimes.
That is a lot of lore.
You are becoming one.
Just be ready. Stop looking at me. Look that way.
I'm watching the spot where he was after he said that it'll come back to where it was.
Ophios will rush that way, but also keep his wits about the guy behind him.
Yep. Okay. He kind of takes a couple steps up, and you guys are waiting and waiting, and preparing an action, and waiting. Unfortunately, as time passes, for Salant, he can't stay for too long. He almost seems to be racked. He's like, I can feel it. I can feel it happening. The longer I fight it, I can feel me turning into one of those. Every time I realize that I'm in a loop, I can feel like the change is happening. I need to go. He says he starts running. He starts running forward. Like, ah, and literally like runs through this door. The door doesn't open for him as he does. He just like runs through it. Right? As like time it starts to like pick up and he starts going into his loop. Whatever happens from there happens, right?
She'll just shout, don't let him leave.
He needs to go, trust me.
So he can come back and turn into one of those things?
If he comes back, perhaps that's what's keeping him from turning into it. Stopping the loop has caused issues. We got information. We can stop him again and hopefully get more.
Okay. How long do we have to wait here before...
I don't know, but keep your wits about you on both sides. He said they can move when they're here. Who's to say there's not another one here?
I mean, she's got her weapon ready, so...
Time passes. The characters, we keep the wits about them. Being prepared for when it's time. For the moment when it returns. 2 minutes pass before that situation happened. Then another minute. And then another. And over 4 minutes. You're still waiting. When all of a sudden, or anything else, I need you, I apologize. Before anything else, I'm gonna have you roll initiative, not yet. The creature that you see appear, it's hard to describe. If I had to describe the shape of its body, it's kind of like a bee. Like literally like a...
Sorry, your sound is cutting
Yeah,
in
you're
and out.
cutting
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm speaking too quietly, I'm too far. Again, I'm waiting for my stick. I ordered it. Should be here next Thursday. So,
I'll get your stick soon, bro.
It looks like a bee is what I was
it
guessing.
looks like
you
a
were saying.
bean. It looks kind of
bean?
like a bean. All right. So it's hard to describe the shape. The body of it looks like a bean. It has arms coming out its left side, 2 of them. Each of those arms has not 1 elbow, but 2 elbows to it. Meaning the arm has not 1 segment, sorry, not 2 segments, but 3 segments to it before it gets to its wrist. After its wrist is still an elongated claw. On the left side of its body, it has 2 arms coming out with this like 3 segmented arm with a very long hand and fingers. So it has, that'd be, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 joints, right? And then plus fingers. On the right side, same thing. These elongated arms, extra jointed arms, elongated hands, 2 of them, making 4 arms come off this creature. If that wasn't freaky enough, it doesn't have legs. Instead, it has a 5th arm that reaches down from this center point of this beam. that fifth arm reaches down and again has that additional joint, and it's what's standing on the ground and holding it anchored to the ground, kind of crooked down and holding it so it's steady. On the top of this bean-like body is a singular horn that kind of like reaches out, and not like a unicorn horn, like a big horn that comes reaching out and stretching outside of it. And I said the body is a bean. It's kind of distracting from the truth. The body is not just a bean. The body is also its face, because right beneath where that horn is coming out of the top of the bean is actually where the eyes are. And literally the center of the body is where the mouth is. The left and right of the mouth stretch round the edges of the bean, so it makes a very wide and very large mouth with huge fangs. Actually has lips too. This thing is something out of your nightmares. It is something that is incredibly hard to even try to describe, even though you're seeing it. It's hard to even hope to describe. Tyler, really quickly, pop into Discord.
Yep. Oh shit.
And Rena, why can't I find you? Your name is Rena. There you are. Do me a favor. Pop into Discord.
Oh.
Elijah,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
good.
Messy, I'm sorry. Why does it always happen to you?
Anyways, you heard my description, right?
Yeah.
Moving on. So that is what you see. And it appears before you. Both of you do me a favor and roll me initiative. Be quick.
Mother. Okay.
You're gonna love my roll. Are you ready for this?
Probably really high.
Oh! I rolled garbage. What? Oh, cough, cough.
Great. He gets to go first.
Okay. So the creature appears out of nowhere, but what's his name? Elijah does not. It's just the creature appearing in this spot right here. I'm just gonna grab a random baddie looking token thingy. That's right, orc. There you go. There's a fun little hint token. Just to get something there really quick. Right? Cool.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, just to have something there. I get to go first. Awesome. Which means that I'm going to reach out and I'm actually going to make an attack against you, Rena.
Okay.
I know a 14 doesn't hit. I'm going to roll a daddy's dice and see if I can hit you.
16.
Does a 16 hit you, Rena?
It does not.
Fuck. Okay. It's going to continue attacking with its turn. Where
Does
are
it
you?
get an attack per each arm?
Yes.
Oh god.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Yes. I can only try this once. Rena, roll me an athletics check. It grabs you. Rena?
Can I parry that?
Ooh. It's a really good question. Blue parry in chat for me?
Oh, my bad.
I mean, if
It
that's
rolls it.
No, you're good.
The only one that damages you.
Yeah, well, I technically have to roll damage. So if she negates my damage, it negates the hit. And I'll gladly roll damage, but I'm telling you right now, you automatically will negate all my damage. You actually successfully parry the attack.
Wow.
You rolled higher than my maximum damage. So yeah, you do parry it. Yes.
Woo!
Yes, you do.
What happens when I do that?
So literally it claws at you. Once you block it claws at you again, you parry it to the side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attack at you again.
Okay.
Shit.
Does 18 hit?
Yes.
I technically have to roll my damage first, and then you can choose to parry if you'd like.
You roll a d10, right?
She rolls a d8 plus 2.
I thought you could only do it once.
No, well, it's
a reaction,
however many.
But he,
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't say reaction, does it? Parry doesn't require a reaction,
That's
does
a
it?
superiority die.
Yeah.
No, I was sorry. I thought that Daelric could only grab you once, and then I realized
How many
that you blocked the
superiority
attack,
dice
so
do
he
you
couldn't
have?
grab.
Just curious.
I have 4, but now I have 3.
I mean,
I don't want to waste
5
them
isn't that
all.
much, so yeah, I would. It's your call.
He's
But
suggesting parry
Uh,
because it'd be a very likely chance that you
I'm
succeed.
suggesting not to parry. Actually.
Oh, don't parry.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you parrying
'Cause
or no?
You said you can only do it once, so.
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
but
parry.
Yeah, but I didn't
he-
grapple her
he can
last
still
time.
Grab.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't grapple last
so
time.
this is still a grab. Okay.
So, Rena, do you want to try to parry so you stop the grab or no?
Maybe I should.
Probably should.
Call.
I probably should. I'm gonna parry. I'm gonna parry.
Go ahead.
Got
You
it.
parry it. All right. And then my 4th and final attack against you.
Let's just hope this one misses.
Yes.
Yeah.
It did.
A
Misses.
13, but I'm going to roll Daddy's dice because there were 17 hits.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh,
I'm good.
Damn it.
It's
Okay.
fine.
So that's a miss, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, and then technically it also gets one more attack, but I can't do that with it. One more attack. Sorry. But a chance to hit is this. As it throws it, as it's the arm on its bottom, kind of like curls up and it thrusts itself forward with its big horn, trying to jab at you, but you can block it. Say it attacks you 5 times, it does nothing. Time to return the favor.
Wait, don't I get? Oh no,
My
I parried
turn.
that. Just kidding.
And so then you look at it and you go, my turn. I think Rena technically goes first.
I had a higher initiative.
Oh,
You
who tied
did.
with it? You did?
Yeah, he
I
did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you go first. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have some cool new abilities. I don't necessarily want to do that, so I'm just gonna straight attack it.
Sure.
Wait. I should have so.
Rena, do you think you could draw that?
Yeah.
Here we go.
If you could draw it, you could show it to chat.
If I can draw it, I can.
Yeah.
show
Oh
you
my
that.
God! Are you? It hung on that 19.
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
What's my fumble, Scott?
It touches the blade. Make me a wisdom save.
No.
It touches the blade, and for half a moment, the blade's not in your hands, but your connection to the blade is too great. You stop anything, like whatever it was trying to do from happening. Nothing happens. Something almost did, but nothing happens.
Thirsting blade. Here comes my next attack.
Roll another one, bitch.
How about that?
That's a good hit. 13 points of damage.
of damage.
Beautiful. I'll take the 13. After that is Rena.
That was my action.
My
I
turn.
still have movement and bonus.
Oh, sure.
I want
Okay.
to look at what I have opportunity-wise bonus. I got to remember bonus actions. Actually, I don't think I have anything I want to use for bonus right now that I can think of.
Rena.
Yes. What am I doing? Oh
What-
yeah,
it's your
attacking.
turn.
That's right. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna attack. What do I have?
Plot
for
twist.
throwing
This is
sword?
Elliot. No,
You,
guys.
you should have the sword of growing
I do.
slash shrinking.
I
The
think
only
I
thing
do.
is,
I also have another. I thought. I don't remember. I think I also had a battle axe that you had given me forever ago. That I still had, but I'm gonna use the sword of growing.
Yeah, the big boy sword, which already would have been enhanced and whatnot.
Does that hit?
Why does it say +1? That's weird.
I don't know.
Oh, 8 of the martyr.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's built in now.
Yeah, she clicked that button to get it built in. It should be on your character sheet as an option.
Oh, it
she
is.
get
Oh,
aid, though?
yeah.
Technically, Penance of
Did
the
she get
Arbiter
aid?
should be a click. So that's actually
I don't know if I
7.
had aid.
Oh, she didn't get aid,
Did I?
but she does have Penance, so it still applies.
Elijah had aid.
She does have Penance, though. You all do.
I have
So it
Penance.
still applies.
So then all of my stuff would have a +1
An
as
additional
well,
+1, yeah.
and including damage.
Oh, yeah, I'll do the 1 more damage. It's fine.
And then
Alright,
your
cool.
guy would have had a -1 damage, just FYI. In that case.
So Rena, I took that damage
Or
off.
-1.
You
chance
hit
of
Uh-huh.
it. I can't remember.
I do hit.
for the 16. How much damage is that? Sorry, I was looking 9.
Mm-hmm.
So is that that's 10 damage because
Is
plus
that
1.
10 damage?
Yep. Okay. Do you have a second attack? I think you do.
I do.
It's a hit again.
Nice.
Oh, the minimum you can roll without re-rolling.
7. I
7
know.
points of damage. That's pretty solid. All right. It's the creature's turn. Clearly it was
Well,
a
you-
bat.
I was gonna say, doesn't she have an ability she can use, but does
Action
that expend a
surge?
You
support?
could action surge if you want to, because this is the moment you were told act fast.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Go ahead. She's doing fucking Omni Slash on this thing. That's a hit, Rena. God damn it, 13 damage.
Boy.
It's still standing. After all of that, it's still standing.
God.
But you are hacking this thing up between the two of you. It is not doing well. You think this next attack might be the last blow you need. You think all you need is one more hit.
That was my.
It's
Snaga,
his
you might
turn.
be way behind on chat because we saw you say action surge well after she rolled. You have
Yeah.
one more
Yeah,
attack,
I already
Rena.
did that. I have
Wait,
another one?
Yeah, action surge, you get 2 more attacks.
Oh, because it's a pos. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Wow. Come on.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's
money.
definitely a hit. Oh,
Money. Okay. Sorry.
God. Rena, describe how you kill this thing.
Oh yeah. Well, how many times did I attack? 4?
Or after
Yeah,
he attacked it,
Jesus.
after he almost lost his blade, then followed through with the second attack.
So
actually
the
hit.
first thing she's kind of going for is
Actually, I think he
basic-
got the biggest hit.
definitely the
13.
base of the body, but she's also going kind of more for the arms too to try to incapacitate her or whatever. So first 3 hits she's kind of trying to take its arms off, and then the final hit is right kind of
Which
that's
technically
underneath the horn on this thing. So she's gonna like just kind of stab into it just below that, where she's assuming the brain might be,
Mhm.
just based on where the eyes are.
Speaking of which, Scott, all of our stuff should have been +1 in damage. Is that correct?
Yeah,
So
you
mine
could-
would have been 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I said I applied that.
Okay. I just couldn't remember.
So Rena, when you follow through with all those attacks and you describe it as you did, the thing falls to the ground. And something fucking strange happens. It starts rapidly shrinking.
That's weird. Just getting smaller and almost to like
you literally see
disappearing,
it
or just
rapidly like shrinking, like getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I imagine you 2 of you are investigating this.
can I
detect
try
magic.
to stab my like sword into it to stop it somehow?
Very obviously, there is Loper magic involved. Rena, you stab your sword into it to like stop it shrinking from happening. So you literally stab your sword into the thing, and maybe even like pick it up because it's getting so small so quickly. You
Yeah.
can literally like pick the thing up. It's not just shrinking. If you've ever seen Benjamin Button, you know how he de-ages? Like that, but fucking rapidly. And whatever this thing was, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It looks like it's getting younger and younger and younger. So fast. So fast. Like it's like disgustingly rapidly fast until it literally gets so small, Rena, it can't even, because of your blade being stabbed into it, it eventually slices it in half. And it's 2 halves because you got too small for it to withstand the width of your blade. The 2 halves are sitting there on the ground. It continues to get smaller and then all of a sudden are gone.
There's a Loper in here. I know it now.
It's almost as if it. I don't know.
It's
But
either
it's-
that or it has some sort of protection. We need to move, and we need to move fast.
Elijah, they're both standing right in front of you with their swords out. It's fucking weird. One moment you're sitting there having a conversation. Ophios is down the hall and having a conversation with Salant. You saw something like reach across your chest. All of a sudden now there's Ophios in your face, looking down at your feet with a sword out, and Rena standing right by you, also looking down at your feet with her sword out, like right there in your face. We're talking blink of an eye. That just happened.
Hello?
Guys, Elijah's back.
We can see him?
Yeah.
I can't see
He
him.
just like showed up right when the thing died, or?
No. We're talking because you guys chatted for a bit. About 30 seconds later.
So when he speaks, he shows up.
Well, about
Kind of.
30 seconds later while you guys were speaking.
Oh.
We need to move, but we need to talk while we move. Elijah, do you remember where you were? What happened?
Nothing happened. I just blinked and now I'm here. I'm assuming time travel, but yeah, it sounds like we don't have a lot of time to travel with.
We killed one of those things. It took you, I guess.
I don't know what you mean, but I think we should move.
Let's go.
Wait. The Fue went through this door here,
Wait, which door? The door we came in?
right here.
Oh, he went through that door?
I think we
But-
should avoid this door.
Yeah, I would say let's go down this way.
Okay.
So you guys are able to go the way that you see?
Yeah.
Continuing your way on.
There's a bunch more doors.
You obviously see that there's more doors and whatnot happening as you're making your way.
There's
Downtown.
some stairs.
Staircase?
Should we just open a
There's
door?
also some stairs over there as well. The stairs are, Rena, just so you're aware, those stairs are going down. 1 second.
Okay.
So you do see the door, obviously going up. Like, you know, obviously Elijah's walking, just like quickly walking briskly. Like, door to the left, just comes up forward, and there's another door to the right.
Keep your wits about you. Make sure you're paying attention to all directions where we're not standing, or even where we are standing.
Maybe we should
There we
avoid
go
the
now.
rooms.
There we go to open this door.
Oh my god, as she's saying that.
Maybe you should avoid the rooms. You go over
Yeah.
and you grab at the door to open it. Do me a favor. Make me a wisdom check.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh.
Is it check, not a save?
I meant save it, and he
It's the
did it
same thing.
correctly.
Okay.
Don't worry. You are worthy. You can open the door. Like for a moment, you thought to yourself, I don't deserve to be in here. And you realize, no, I was wrong. I do. I deserve to be in here. When you open up the door and you look inside, you can actually see that there's a pool of water in there. It's just a pool of clean water. There's a
Is it
small
small
little
honeysuckle?
staircase that seems to step down into the water. That's there. Almost like if you wanted to walk or wade into the pool, you could.
There's a pool in here.
Don't drink the water. I don't know if you want to touch that water. That's what the Fue said.
Don't touch it.
I still think we should
Okay.
avoid the rooms.
If
Hey,
this is the
specifically
room
said
that has
don't drink
water
it.
in it.
But obviously, you interpret however you'd like.
Yeah.
'cause-
I'm not gonna touch it if he said not to touch it. If my man said don't touch the water. All right, I'm just gonna try another door. Oh, there's actually another hallway here. You guys want to go down another hallway?
I like that idea.
Okay. What is this thing, Scott?
So as you guys are walking along and you just turn down another hallway and look to see, you actually see that this hallway here happens to be, as it goes on, this little alcove over next to you. You see something strange inside here? In this little alcove, you can actually see that there is a statue to your side. But the statue that's there is comprised out of some strange materials. It's actually made out of almost like a milky off-white kind of stone. The whole thing is perfectly smooth, perfectly carved, but it's just like a milky off-white hard material that the entire thing is carved from. It does make a beautiful statue, don't get me wrong, but it is just ever so slightly off in its color.
Can I detect magic on it and
Yeah, cast stick magic. Roll me an Arcana check, sir.
Well,
Or is it a Loper magic though?
It is local magic. You have advantage
Then I
on
get
that?
to use my Loper thing.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that.
Said. Wish you would have told me that earlier, but
I
I'll take
apologize.
that.
Yeah, it's all Loper magic in here.
Okay,
No
so I need
magic.
to always click that one.
Yeah, if they cast detect magic, they'll detect nothing. So for you, that's a beautiful roll. You detect there's Loper magic here. This is definitely, it's made out of Loper magic. It has energies coming off of it. Something tells you that whatever this is, it's not from here. It gives you the impression that whatever this stone or whatever this material is in front of you, whatever it's made out of, it's not from here. It's from elsewhere. You don't understand their magics well enough, or like where it is that they grab these materials from well enough to know that, but it is not something of this world.
I have a thought, Rena. Destroy it.
You think it'll weaken the Loper?
Destroy it.
All right, she'll move to. What is it? What is it made out of? Like a stone, or is that what
it seems like it's made out
or-
of stone, like a hard material, but it's very smooth and it's like a milky off-white color.
Just touch it and see if you die.
I was gonna say,
God damn
can
it!
I
I
touch?
must record this segment. I have to download this whole VOD and chop off the back half. I recorded the first half, and not the back half. God damn it! I was distracted. You ski downstairs. There was a hype train. And I was like, "Oh, hype train! That's so cool!"
Yeah.
And I forgot to press record because I'm a dummy. I'm sorry, Rena. Go ahead.
She's gonna look at it, and say,
You know
"Wouldn't
how I
this,
thought?
wouldn't this be like the shoe situation? If you, maybe we should just leave it alone."
We were just attacked. I want to see what happens. He's gonna reach out and touch it before she attacks it.
Touch it. It's smooth, like perfectly smooth,
That's
seamless.
Elijah, make sure you're looking all directions and checking for movement.
Elijah, one of the things you might want to
super
notice is up in this direction over here. There's actually another door, similar to the one that you had come in beforehand. From this side, it's pretty obvious to tell. There's actually another door at the end. Do you try to go over there and open it?
Sure.
When I say a door, I mean like an entrance door. So when you move it out of the way, it just shows that it's another exit out of the area that you're in.
Okay. This place is. Found the other end. Cool.
And over
cool,
here,
cool.
there's another alcove where one would be able to deposit their
Shoes.
yeah, but there's no shoes
Okay.
there.
Okay, I'll come back. You guys touching this thing? You guys rubbing it up? You gonna knock it down? What are you doing?
He's reaching out to touch it. That's what Tyler's doing.
I touched it. It feels smooth.
What do you want to do? You want to keep moving?
I think we should keep
Honestly,
moving.
without destroying it, can you move it, Rena?
Okay. There's nowhere for it to go behind it, or is it backed up against the wall? Or
It's
like
not against
right
the
there?
wall. It could, in theory, go all the way back against the wall.
I guess you'll try to push it.
Sure.
Would that be
Strength.
strength?
Strength. Yep.
Or athletics? I don't know.
Ophios is standing kind of cockeyed facing this way and towards the statue, like, so he sees
Wouldn't it?
this place this way as well as like into here.
She's pushing it as hard as she can, trying to get it to move, but she can't make it budge.
Wouldn't it be athletics though?
Strength.
Okay.
All right, fine. You guys don't want to destroy it. Let's move.
I don't think I could, to be honest. She'll follow.
Which direction do you choose to go?
I'm heading towards this area right here, and then he's gonna pause.
Ooh.
So
I like this flooring.
when you come into this area, you
It's
see.
like an entrance. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You see a very strange design. That's not a snake. Just calm down, Tyler. You see a very strange design inside there. So first and foremost, the actual flooring that you see there has strange markings and whatnot on it. You can choose to investigate that further in a moment. But across the room, you see this strange orb, like big, strange design, almost like contemporary art, with like the way that big bits of like ribbon and whatnot around a large, almost like circular piece of art with like ribbons and not ribbons, sorry, but like, almost like bands or bars coming around, making this strange looking contemporary contorted design. And looks like modern art would be if you saw like a statue sitting outside of like a city hall or over near a memorial or something like that, right? So you kind of like walk into the room and you see that. again, strange designs on the floor. You looking at the designs, Elijah?
Yeah.
Are you happy
Yeah,
with
I
your
also
14?
I mean, I have this.
Oh, passive investigation. You gotta remind me of these things since I don't remember that shit.
Yeah, that's why I did that.
Yeah. So you should just open up with clicking that. Boop. So one of the things you
got
notice immediately when you walk in, too, Elijah, is that when you come walking in, those etchings that you see on the floor, whatever that design happens to be, it's going up one direction and seems to be the same exact design, but coming back down the other direction. Like partially going forward, and one side's going forward and one side's coming back.
I drew the monster.
Yeah? Oh my god.
It's not great, but it looks
Yeah, whatever,
like
you're an
it.
artist.
I mean, I just sketched it out, so like.
It's missing an arm.
It's missing an arm.
Yeah.
I thought it had only 3 arms.
It has 4
two on
arms
the left,
and
two on
one.
the right, and one down below.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just draw another arm on there real quick. Hang on.
It looks like something from Monster Rancher.
Kind
Awesome.
I'm gonna-
Actually, it's actually a pretty good representation, Rena.
At least based on what you sent me, it's like,
Wow.
and I saw it for like a split second, dude. So like, hold on.
No, it's
wow.
good. I like it.
Oh,
What?
This-
What? Oh
this
wow.
is-
What are you
this is-
wowing?
big temple.
Exploring?
Quinn sneakily searching.
I'm just walking further towards this modern art.
Scott's gonna get you killed right now. I can see the smile on his face. You're separating. He's
He's
gonna
like,
have
oh look, don't move around.
It's too late. He took my character away.
He's like, get back here.
I was just moving like one space at a time, back and forth.
So those stairs go down, Scott, you said?
Yeah. Head down. I'll describe what you see in a moment.
I'm not gonna head down. I'm gonna go into
Okay, I
where
added another arm.
that way they went.
Woo,
Okay.
hog.
There you go. It's actually,
It's
isn't it
arm.
funny how good of an image that is, Tyler? Is it like surprising how
close?
good this is? Aside
I
from the
saw
fact
it
that his
just, like-
eyes suggest that he's nice. That's the only.
Well,
That's the
no,
only
they look kind of angry, but I don't know. I just drew it. I drew it based on what I saw. It's the best I could do.
I mean, that's pretty good. For whatever reason, Scott, I imagine its mouth was like vertically and it opened like sideways.
Me too. That's how I imagined it. It's just the way he described it. But then I saw it and I was like, oh, just kidding. Guess it's not like that. Anyway, it's creepy.
It's horrifying.
It is creepy. Can you see your character now, Messi?
No. Wait, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see anything, just my character.
Good.
Can I move?
No.
Okay, I'll stay.
Can you move?
Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Do you want me to go back in? Yeah, I'll go back in.
Yeah, you put him in there and he can't see anything because it's like enclosed. I
Yeah.
remember that from when we did the viewer thing
Mhm.
before. All right, so does Elijah say anything about the patterns?
He'd probably just say something like, "Oh, cool patterns," but he's not
Okay,
gonna
so he
like.
won't say anything.
He's
He's not
so
gonna call out the
communicative.
symbolism in it. It's not necessary for the. We're wasting a lot of time talking
Yeah.
about this.
I mean, he put a
So-
lot of work into this thing.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
and you
Don't
got
you
to
worry
hear
about
it.
it.
You just got to hear it. Ophios didn't get to hear it, but you got to hear it, Tyler.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
it's
who
a
he was
trigger.
really
It's a
listening
trigger chatting. That's why Tyler's asking. Don't worry about it. You're fine. I'm fine with the timing. So, anyways, this does go downstairs, as you can see. Goes downstairs, right? However, this right here is like a step down. That's why it has that hard bar there. So you can see it's like a step down.
So we're like on.
Same thing
some
as
sort
like
of-
this over here will go
Oh,
downstairs.
so that's like a floor
That's
below us.
Yeah. Well, like you can see
Ophios
down
would
there like a
pause and
ledge.
study this a lot.
Okay.
Like just try and figure out the meaning of it.
Oh, you
Why don't
serious?
you, Tyler, roll me an intelligence check with advantage?
Just a straight intelligence? Or is it low per knowledge again?
My apologies. Loper knowledge, not advantage. Normal. I keep forgetting that's a thing. It's hard to understand what this says, like, because you don't fully understand their language. You know what I mean? Just little bits that you understand, because it's has similarities to yours to a degree.
Proficiency loper in my languages.
Oh, you actually speak Loper. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So then you understand that this is talking about leaving and returning, about going in and about leaving and returning. It's talking something about that. It's hard to understand because this is not just like clearly like, and when you put your foot in front of the other foot, then suddenly a magical appearance of nothing like as clean as that, right? It's so symbolic, it's so flowery in the way that it's describing what's going on. It's hard to understand. It's like it's something about leaving and returning. It's hard to understand.
Ophios, while doing this, actually bends down and is kind of like feeling at the designs as he walks over them.
Sure.
And
as you're
he
like walking this way.
Yeah.
Hey, one of the things that you notice that you feel as you're walking that way, actually you probably wouldn't notice it. You two. Roll me, actually not you, Messi, because you have a really good passive. Rena, roll me a roll me a perception. You both notice that he's walking a lot faster than you would expect him to be able to walk, especially being bent over and touching the ground as he is.
Ophios is?
Ophios, yeah. He's like moving forward rapidly. Yeah.
F.
Not like he's speeded up. Like almost like he's getting there before he intends to. It's weird.
So it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not like he's a time speed up. Almost like he's getting there before he intends to. It's hard to describe because what you're seeing doesn't make sense.
Ophios, are you almost done?
He's gonna keep reading. Do I notice anything about hearing them? Is that different or is it normal?
No. You nothing else. Just what I've given you as you read it all.
Okay. So he reads all the way up this way and up this way. Does anything? He's gonna really investigate like the wall here and the statue.
So you investigate the statue. I imagine you touch the statue as part of your investigation.
Yeah.
When you touch the statue, as part of that, as part of touching it, something happens. Suddenly, you become aware of the whole floor plan. You suddenly know every room completely, 100%. You know every room. It just becomes basic knowledge to you. You can literally see in your mind's eye what the whole area looks like. You can just almost like a map in your head. Finer details, maybe know like if there's a person in the room, you can't see it because you can't see these guys, right? But you can certainly see that there is where the walls are, where the hallways are, where the doors are, anything that's permanently affixed. All that stuff is plain view for you. As a matter of fact, Tyler, why don't you go ahead and check your handouts?
My handouts?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, okay. Okay.
That's in your mind, mapped out.
Okay.
The detail of what that stuff means, you have to investigate each individual room. And you come to the sharp realization, if you wanted to, you could be in one of those rooms right now.
All right. He's gonna focus on it and go in particular to this room. I'm gonna move my guy.
Bye.
Suddenly,
He's gone. He's gone.
Ugh.
He's just completely removed. He's no longer where he was.
Since I was next to him, I didn't see anything because I'm assuming that it's the monster again.
Yeah, fair enough. That's actually a fair assumption. Why don't you? Well, you didn't see it appear. Neither of you saw it appear, but definitely he just all of a sudden disappears. How do you react, Rena, before I describe things to Tyler?
She'll just kind of talking to Elijah, but her eyes not leaving the spot where he was. She's just gonna be like, shit, it might be happening again. We'll have to wait here. It could be one of those things. The thing that took you.
Something took me?
Yeah, a monster. I don't know. A horrible creature. We killed it.
Wait, there's
Well, I killed
monsters
it.
in here?
You were gone for a second. Well,
I forgot we didn't say anything. We were just like, we need to keep moving.
I do. Yeah. Just get over here.
I'm a wizard, right? I do better over here.
No, he'll return to the same spot, but
Yeah.
the monster will before him.
Well, that's good.
Okay, fine, whatever.
You
We just
appeared
have
in a
to wait.
room with a
I'm
bunch of
ranged.
small beds. Small beds, to be clear. Roll me an investigation check as I imagine you spend a couple moments looking around it while they're chatting.
I will always ask this: is it Loper knowledge investigation?
Nope, regular.
Okay.
It's for children, you dummy.
It's one of those things. That's why I asked.
For baby lopers.
Somebody else might be misunderstands and think maybe it's for Hufue. I mean, you did see one on the way in. Maybe somebody else that's a little less keen wouldn't know that. But you do. You do know. This is definitely for children. Not for little people. It's not made for small adults. It's made for actual children. There are many beds in here. There's not a single person.
What of the two gold-looking things?
Those would have been areas where fires could have been kept to keep them warm as
Okay.
winter passed and whatnot, but there's no active fires there right now.
And then what about this over here?
Actually a bookcase that has a bunch of books of what would have been knowledge in there. Unfortunately, they're so old and tattered. They're just destroyed by time. They look like, honestly, the books like they're completely destroyed by time.
Ophios wants to try and...
Sorry, chat.
Oh. Ophios wants to see if he can go back to the exact spot where he was.
Concentrates on it. He does feel a connection. Roll me an intelligence check. Or, technically, fun. As you roll intelligence. Give me one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm terrible. I should always have this up and ready. I always forget to. So it's here we go. So this is roll me a dexterity check.
Just straight dex.
Yep. And earlier I should have had him roll a constitution, not a intelligence. That was dummy of me. That's fine. So dexterity check. All of a sudden you feel yourself return. Right there.
So
Hi, Rena.
I'm standing there with my weapon ready.
He appears.
Oh.
Rita, I thought you said there was a monster.
Well, I'm not making it up, but what did you do?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't taken.
Oh.
I don't know if I've told you this, but I know the Loper's language.
You mentioned it.
I didn't know
Anyway.
that.
Anyway, this floor
great.
reads something about coming and going. Like they're going to different places, and I touched the statue, and all of a sudden I knew this whole floor. I knew where stuff is. I teleported to a room, and there were beds, children's beds, definitely children's beds, but nothing there, and a tattered, completely run down, illegible books that are just decayed.
Do you think this was to house, like, I don't know, like the first Lopers that came here? Kind of hidden in plain sight?
Could be. I honestly wonder if, much like we had our clutch, this is where Lopers are raised, formed, molded.
Elijah, you notice somebody approaching from behind you because of just how keen you are, as you literally hear them say, I find it highly unlikely the fact that you should be here, especially considering you looking like you're exploring. You turn around to see Silant.
Is.
He looks different though. The way that he's standing, a bit more pulled back, proper. He seems to be more of a confidence in him. With his shoulders are just kind of like squared off, no slouch whatsoever. His face seems to be much calmer than it was beforehand. Not so excitable, not so anything, but he does have a very pleasant smile on his face. I mean, all that just says that maybe he just woke up at the right side of the bed today. The only thing that throws you off is roll me a perception check. You are keen. I'll allow this.
Okay.
From a distance. Oh.
Fuck.
Are you happy with your 12?
No. How much luck do we have?
Good question.
Roll it. Just roll it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, it's a 50%. Yeah. Great.
Okay, so it's technically a 14 total, including everything else involved. So anyways, so you see him there, and nothing stands out beyond what I've just described, which just looks like he got up at the right side of the bed today. And he says, might I inquire as to who you are?
I
He's
imagine
talking about
Ophio
just me.
spins around.
Yeah, you guys can hear it. You can't see them, though. So obviously you don't see it on the map.
Yeah. Who's
Oh.
there?
Oh, now I see him.
Mhm.
Oh. I'm sorry. I thought that was just part of the map.
He said, might I inquire as to who you are?
I'm Elijah. I think I told you that before you. Before I
Unfortunately, we
disappeared.
have never met before, Elijah. My name is Salant. He says,
Wait.
as he steps forward.
She's gonna put her
Ophios
arm out in
runs
front of
over.
Ophios. She's gonna grab him before he gets over there.
Does Ophio start running over towards him?
Yep.
Okay, so as
Elijah's
you start
gonna
moving
step in
towards
front
him,
of
we're
you as
talking
you
you
do.
take a step and a half, maybe, towards him, before he suddenly, very quickly, casts a spell. I need you to roll me a wisdom save, Ophios.
Oof. We're out of luck.
Dang.
Yeah.
No, you're actually not. My apologies. Hold on, where is it? I just didn't click it in time. You actually do
You're
have
at
one.
13, so you have to roll 2 or higher. Okay, sure. I'll roll a 1, and you roll a 4.
It does not work. Sorry, the spell works. You do not surpass it. You're charmed. Suddenly you see him as friendly. So he casts a spell very quickly, charming you, and he says, oh, hold up, friend. You don't need to attack me. I'm perfectly fine and capable of handling myself. Though I don't think you were looking to harm me, were you? He says.
No, I was not.
I didn't think so. You didn't have that menacing grimace about you. Now, your face does seem a little bit off. Are you wearing an illusion?
Yes.
Huh. Strange. Scarring, or just trying to disguise who you are? My apologies. Maybe I shouldn't have said this. Are they aware of the fact that you're holding an illusion?
Yes.
Huh. The rest of your names?
I'm Ophios.
Ophios.
You two have actually met twice now.
The name does seem familiar. And your name?
That was for you, Rena.
Yeah, I know. Rena.
Reno. Rena the Destroyer.
She won't say anything.
I've in fact heard of Rena and Ophios and Yondis before. Is that the three of you? Well, my apologies. You actually said your name was Elijah. I imagine Yondis is no longer with you. I understand. He says, almost seeming to read the room. Was it violent? It was. My apologies for your loss.
Appreciate your concern, friend.
So,
Actually,
you're exploring this place, the three of you?
Yes.
And he holds up a hand, like as if he's telling people to calm down. What's up?
there's no one there.
Yes, we are. It's highly unusual.
Please describe. You mean the temple itself?
Yes, it's not of this world. It's I know of it. It's Lopers.
Ophios. He doesn't have the time. Remember?
I don't know
Wait,
what
did
you're
you
talking
know that?
about.
Would I know that? I don't
Yeah,
think I knew
'cause
that.
he-
Yeah, you weren't there for the
Stuff.
conversation, I suppose.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah, he says, I have to agree with you. It's enlightening, to say the least. He says with a smile on his face.
Ophios, we should probably move on.
Why? This
We don't have a lot
it's a
of
friendly
time.
conversation.
He doesn't really have the time.
Well, you've explored this place longer than us. How long have you been here?
Ophios would tell him however long we've been there. Like an hour, I guess.
An hour? That's good news. Please, Esmond. They're speaking with us. Barbados, put down your weapon. Have you discovered anything that perhaps we haven't yet? Maybe we could trade knowledge.
Nothing useful.
You did tell me not to drink the water.
Which water?
The water.
What do you mean I told you? We're just meeting now for the first time.
No,
Wait,
I met
hold on.
you before.
Hold on. Oh, he kind of like seems to very quickly come back roundabout, and he goes, "This isn't my first time through here. I've in fact been through here many times, countless times. I've been trapped in here for nearly a decade. We've spoken before. This is our 4th meeting.
Yes.
You didn't drink the water, but you also
No.
didn't interact with the water?
No.
No.
If you want some insight, you need the water. I'll tell you right now, it is enlightening.
In what way?
I honestly, I can't describe it to you. You would just need to experience it yourself. Simply put, you are incredibly nervous, not trusting the situation. Not just because I'm trying to convince you of something opposite of what I've tried to convince you of before. You don't find this temple to be trustworthy. You don't find me to be trustworthy. The fact that I'm telling you how you feel very accurately, you find to be very untrustworthy. I understand that. I can see the little minutia, the tiny signals that you're giving. It makes sense to me.
We ran into one of those monsters.
Defeated it.
Yes.
Good. It took... He's thinking for a second, like he's trying to jump his brain through the loop. And he's like, Elijah, and you're well?
Yes.
Did you feel like you lost time?
I'm not sure. This whole place is different.
If it only took you once, I can actually give you a bit of information that might make you happy. Compared to the other two, you're 5 minutes younger than them, but than you were before.
Being the oldest, that does make me happy. 5 minutes closer. Right.
Well, is there anything else
So-
that we should look out for? The water, I guess we'll go back to. The monsters, how many were there? Do you know?
Everything's a little bit fuzzy right now. I can only remember within the recent time frames of where I've been each time I've been through. I can tell you that in this room, we got into a great battle. We killed most of those creatures, if not all of them. Clearly not all of them, because you fought one more. You might be safe now.
What was your original goal in coming here?
To discover the significance of things. Of course.
And when did you first come here? You said about a decade ago?
No. Things here... You haven't discovered it, have you? You've only been here for a few hours. Time here moves faster than out there. You're aging much faster in here than you would be if you were out there.
And we don't have a lot of time.
We spent a night at one point. I wasn't here though. I think it was up. It had its effects.
You lost people?
I don't remember. I've got the 3 of them with me. You've told me before they're not with me. Are they not with me?
No, they're not with you.
I don't know if they survived or not. I just know that I'm in the loop. I've held myself here too long. Every time I fight it, every time that I fight it, I realize that it's holding me. It makes you one step closer. I think I'm becoming one of those things. I can't continue fighting it any longer. I have to give in. Otherwise, I will inevitably turn into one of them.
Can you tell us what you at least discovered? If anything.
Can't remember much more. than what I discovered on this floor. That we did travel up. I know that in this floor, Esmond stepped into one room. He said it smelled of honeysuckle. He didn't really say anything beyond that. I swam in the waters, dunked myself in, head full on. It's enlightening. We found another room with a table full of materials for crafting something. But we didn't understand what it was. Beyond that, this room here had significance too, but I can't recall what it was. I think there were 4 other small rooms outside this before we went upstairs. Can't
Had beds.
recall. Beds. I think small. I can't recall. I can't fight it any longer. I need to
Go.
Yeah. And all of a sudden you see and he starts like rapidly moving about the room, too quick for you guys to even follow. And like, almost like, Flash style. And then he's gone like 2.5 seconds later.
Does my spell effect wear off when he's gone?
What spell effect? Oh, you mean your
Charm.
charm?
Charm.
Yeah, that wears off.
Ophios, I charm. Obviously, you're aware you were charmed when it happens.
Yeah, after the charm's over, you're aware. Yeah.
God damn it! That guy charmed me.
I know. But it sounds like we don't really have a lot of time, and I'm not sure how much more time we want to spend in here. I don't.
The crafts room. Perhaps I'll know.
Well, what about the water?
Crafts first. I don't trust the water.
Right.
He said don't drink.
I definitely don't trust the water.
Do you
The
happen to
honeysuckle room is interesting.
Do you happen to know which room might be the craft room? You said you could see the whole place.
Touch the statue.
She'll go over to touch it.
Rena, if you look inside the PC's notes, you'll actually see an area in there now called level 1.
Oh, okay.
You literally have the entire map of the floor plotted out in your mind.
Okay.
Top left.
Yeah, I see that.
And when you choose to, you just suddenly, you're gone, and you're inside that room. The door never even
Elijah.
opened. You're just in it.
Yep. Elijah, do the same. You'll know which room.
I imagine Ophios does the same thing. Touches it.
Yep. He doesn't want to leave Elijah. He waits until Elijah does it first.
Okay, that's fine. He can do so too.
Touch.
Unless you choose not to. Now, the downside is, I really would love to have attacked you guys and killed you all, but as Salant told you, the remaining of those bad guys are probably killed by him and his friends, so, there's not more bad guys for me to attack you with.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
Sure. Maybe not on this floor. I don't know. Who knows?
Okay, let's go. I'm all like, we have no time.
You guys are inside the crafting room?
Is there any Loper writing anywhere around?
No writing, but there's definitely strange tools and a strange powder. Very, very strange looking powder that's all over the walls. Yes.
What door leads out of here? Is there a door?
Oh,
It's behind Reyna.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in front of it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Open it.
She's like, sorry. Jeez, I'm not that big. God.
Elijah's like, I want to open this door.
Okay. So I know where this room is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, there's a powder everywhere. Most of the powders are the same color. It's this like whitish kind of color. But then there's other colored powders in there too. Mostly it's the white powder that kind of jumps out at you because it seems to be what the statue was made out of, this milky white kind of color. Roll me that Loper knowledge check, sir.
Can I tell if it's drugs?
Yeah, is it snortable or?
Cocaine.
My history with. Oh my God! Are you serious? Oh no!
You think it might be for baking, honestly.
Oh jeez.
You think it might be for like baked goods?
Can I investigate?
Sure.
No. Well.
Not gonna
we don't
touch
have
it or
Loper
anything.
knowledge, though.
I just want to kind of look at it.
It's like a
That's
flower.
It's odd. It
Flour.
seems like the stuff that the statue's made of, but I think it's for baking.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like maybe they bake it to make it happen like a flower, right? Maybe the statue's edible, like a bunny at Easter.
So we don't know what it is.
Does that help?
What
Fine.
you realize, Mr. Construction, with
There
your
you go.
23 investigation, this
Yeah,
is
how's
not
that?
flour. Feel the texture of it. Feel the granularness of it. This is like a very, very fine powder, but reminds you of a type of sand or fine powder you could use for almost like making like a mortar. You know what I mean? Like this is actually designed for definitely construction. But you also can clearly tell you've never seen a material like this before. No question. You don't know what the fuck this is, but you don't know what it is.
It's very obvious, Ophios, that the statues were made in this room from this powder, correct? So they probably didn't bake with it. They probably
said it
made
was-
the statue out of it.
But they said they were crafting.
He crafts one fine banana.
Ovios, after thinking it's flour, would taste it.
No.
You take it and you taste it. It tastes like nothing. Has no flavor whatsoever. Barely even has a texture whatsoever. However, you have detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
So you can roll me a perception check.
Perception, not Arcana or...
Perception.
Okay. Making sure I'm on normal. Yikes.
You're
Yeah, I
doing
mean,
me
even,
right now,
even though it's like,
rolling
even though that's a 7, because realistically the penance of the arbiter would not by now, we're gonna call it. Even though it's a 7, it's probably too low for you to fuck it. Sorry.
Yeah. So, I get nothing from it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look about the room. They said about making something. They couldn't figure out what to make. Like it was a puzzle. That's what I'm trying to
don't
figure
think-
out.
I
don't
think he
they
just said
were
it was
saying
supplies.
Yeah, I don't think they were saying it was a puzzle. I think they were saying that they couldn't figure out if it had anything to do with anything. Like, it didn't seem to be important, is what they were saying. They couldn't find its importance.
Well, Ophius wants to go back to the honeysuckle now.
No. Don't do it.
Ophius
Ophios?
So he left the
Ophius wants to
room.
go back to the honeysuckle.
Ophios, don't go back to the honeysuckle.
He's going back to the honeysuckle.
Elijah,
are
if
you
we
going back
if
to
we
the
don't
honeysuckle?
follow him, we're gonna be left behind.
He said something bad happened to the guy who smelled
He didn't
honeysuckle.
say something bad to him. He just said he smelled honeysuckle, but they didn't get any more information than that.
He didn't say anything beyond that.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I did that too.
You actually explained to them what happened with your book.
Yeah, my book exploded when I smelled it.
Yeah, he wants to go back and explore that. Because he
Oh,
touched the statue and good things happen. Well,
Come back.
in his mind, good things happen.
Ophios, Ophios. I'm gonna stand right here. I'm not getting any closer. Rita, you can go in if you want, but I wouldn't suggest it.
She's
You
just
go
gonna
walking in,
wait.
and it's as I described beforehand. You can feel the extension of everything. It's funny because like your sword has always felt like an extension of you because it's literally magically willed to be in your hand and by your side. But now you can literally feel the edge of your sword and all the little nicks in it and so on and so forth, all the perfections and imperfections of it. You can literally feel every part of all of the equipment that you carry on you. You start to feel the ground outwards. As you take that last step forwards from how I was describing things before to the step here, and you finally fully come into focus inside the thing, you can actually perfectly fully see yourself in the room around you in the mirror. You don't just feel yourself, you feel everything in this room with perfect intuition, perfect precision. You know that every bit of dust that exists in this room, above you, below you, you close your eyes, you can feel the disruptions of your air as you breathe inside the room. Your eyes are closed, but you can see everything because you're touching it with perfect tactile sensation. Anything that is inside the room. And you know that anything that is inside the room, including on your person, is an extension of yourself. And if you choose to manipulate it, you can do so as though it was a finger. Obviously, honeysuckle, very strong smell.
Yeah. He wants to mess with the mirror, the weird egg-shaped mirror, and
Sure.
focus on that.
I'm gonna reach forward and touch it.
Yes.
When you reach forward to touch the mirror, I need you to make me a Constitution save, which is what he should have made before. You come to a realization as you touch that mirror. Yes, you can feel everything around you. You can manipulate if you choose to do so. But as you get so close to the mirror that you can reach and touch the mirror, the focus around you becomes so in tune, so strong, that you're actually able to manipulate literally everything around you with such a thick, strong coat. Sure, it's coating you in almost like a perfume of honeysuckle, sure, but it's also literally giving you a fine line energy. If anything even wanted to come and touch you, to touch you at all, it would not be able to do so. It would stop short, as though there was something solid there, because you would just choose to stop it short. You know this in your heart of hearts. You know this to be true. That thin layer, about 1.5 inches thick, around every part of your body, is perfectly under your control.
He's gonna step back and leave the room and see if that feeling is still there.
You rolled a natty 20. You maintain that concentration. It's still on you. As you walk out of that room, you can still feel it. As he walks out of the room, the two of you can smell the honeysuckle coming off of him. But more importantly, you can smell the honeysuckle coming off. He seems like he's concentrating, but not like to the point where you can have a conversation or whatever. You're familiar with this kind of concentration. What's your name? Elijah, because obviously you're a mage. Yes.
Ophios is simply gonna say to Rena, I think I know
Sorry,
how...
guys. Again, I need the enhancement. It's just because of the kind of microphone. I could turn up the gain, but I have a dehumidifier over there, so you would hear that the whole time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ophios is simply gonna walk up to Rena and say, I believe that Loper we fought in Momly was here.
What do you think this is? Some sort of protection?
Try to touch me, just with your hand.
She'll reach out.
Your hand meets a wall before you touch him, but more importantly, Ophios, you have two choices. Sorry, you have three choices. One, you feel your hand coming, leave the wall be. Don't let her touch you. Her touching that wall is the same as touching you, because you can feel it. Same as her touching you, without it being able to harm you. Two, allow it to pass through. I mean, Rena's got calloused hands, but she's still a gentle friend. You know, let her hand pass through, and she can touch you if you'd like her to. Or three, it's time to make that wall go, with her hand being the center of kinetic energy where it bursts outwards.
Leave the wall be.
She touches the wall, again about 1.5 inches away from him is where your hand stops. You still feel it. So if it's a caress of the arm, it's like right above here, but you still feel it as though she did touch you.
But Rena knows she didn't touch me.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That honeysuckle smell.
So it is a sort of protection then.
Yes. And awareness. Heightened awareness. Within myself, my clothing, everything.
Was that as simple as walking over there and coming back, or are you having to?
You had to touch
some
the
sort of
mirror.
Magic?
I don't know how it works, but it does require concentration.
You don't still have the full awareness of everything else, just simply that layer over you.
Yeah. Okay.
Elijah, do you think that you could do the same?
It could be useful if we encounter any more of those creatures.
We don't know what the negative connotations of it would be. It seemed to go fairly well for you, but what's saying it goes just as well for me?
I assumed since you were a magic user, you'd be able to. I don't know.
This isn't a magic I have ever seen.
Ophios will speak up. I, as the natural born enemy of Lopers, and it worked on me. I believe it would work up on anyone with the right concentration and knowledge and ability. I know not
Well-
of this magic, but
Rena, if you want to give it a shot, you can.
There's other
I-
rooms that you could use stuff in too, Rena. It doesn't have to be just that one.
She won't. I doubt my ability to hold that kind of thing. She's not like familiar, so she kind of freaks her out a little bit.
it actually opens Ophios's eyes to actually wanting to try the water, but being cautious about it. And he's going to be simply say, "Where was that pool?"
I believe it was this door here.
But it is. Perhaps before we go in, we should talk about our objectives today. Because I don't think our objectives today were to open every door we see and touch everything that says do not touch. I think our objective is to find out what the hell is going on and getting everybody out who's still stuck in here.
Learning about the Lopers and how things work is essential to being able to take them down. I agree with you, we need to save time, but perhaps these things hold insight into how to defeat them.
Here's what I'm worried about. What's the guy? It starts with an S. What is it?
Gallant.
Salat?
Salant?
Yeah, it's a C technically, but that's fine.
Oh, it starts with a C. Okay. Salant has been looping through here for a very long time, right?
He said he
Who's to
jumped.
say- who's to say this is our first time? I'm getting nervous that touching everything is going to keep us here forever, like him, who happened to also have touched everything. And I'm
Well-
worried that
Didn't though. At least he
could-
didn't. He didn't.
He could
say-
only remember going up just until reaching the second floor, so it could be something on the second floor that's keeping him here.
he spent a night on the second floor, which makes me think that the second floor is probably safer.
We
But
do
it did
not
take
wanna
its toll.
sleep.
I don't want to
Correct.
sleep. I don't want to go upstairs at all if it's safe. That's not
how
what we're
I
here
feel.
for. We should be going downstairs and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Because he didn't tell us anything about downstairs, right? Am I remembering correctly?
He told you about the rooms that you've kind of already explored. It mentioned the
there-
craft room.
Was there a staircase leading down?
Leading up.
There's down and up.
Well,
Oh.
the ones going down are just part of the floor plan because it's like
That's
a
what I
weird.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So it's just up. We're on the
So it's
bottom
just
floor.
2 floors. Okay.
Is it only 2 floors?
Well,
That we know of. We know of the first floor and the stairs up.
Yeah, exactly. The other stuff is just more of like a fun design.
Would
Gotcha.
Ophios have been able to tell from the outside, like, about how many floors there could have been?
It was endless.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Maybe the higher we go, the more time passes.
The higher we go, the smaller the plans are, or the smaller the width of it, from what he could tell.
Until
Ophios
what,
says.
nothing?
Ophios says, "I need to feel the water.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna drink it. I will not consume it. Just a dip." And we can go upstairs.
To open that door, who's gonna open the door leading between Rena and the water?
Didn't we already open this door?
The other one.
No, we've.
He
Go
would
ahead,
happily
Ophios.
walk around because that's the way forward towards the stairs.
Okay. So you just do that instead.
Go through the door we already opened? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you still have that barrier around you when you go walking in there. You're standing before the stairs that would allow you to get into the water. What do you do? Do you want to leave the barrier on you before you go into the water? Do you want to eliminate that barrier?
I want to leave it on, but based on what you told me before, I might be able to allow the water to through it.
Okay. So as you go to take your step into the water, you literally kind of like step forward and you step into the water. The water disperses around you. So it literally just moves around you. So it flows around your ankle, but again, 1.5 inches out on either side. Flows around your foot as you take that first step into the water. It actually does not have the ability to pass through.
Rena.
Maybe if you concentrate on it, you can. But...
It won't pass through.
Snake Jesus.
You want to keep the barrier.
I do.
Jesus.
Do you want to touch the waters?
She'll move towards it.
You're crazy.
So, Rena, you're going to go step in the water?
Yeah.
Now, you heard that what he did before is he went for a full-on dunk in the water. So one of the first things that happen when you step in the water, I'm going to describe this. But as I describe this, first I have to ask Bradley Cooper and the rest of you, did any of you ever see the movie Limitless?
Yes.
Yes.
So for those that are young in the audience that has never seen the movie Limitless, what your character experiences when she takes her first, because she's barefoot, her first step into the water, and the next steps after that, is suddenly she sees more than she has ever seen before. Literally, she's able to take in more of the room all at once than she was able to beforehand. The colors of everything she sees stand so much brighter in her mind. It's not that literally her periphery enhances. It's not like literally her vision has the ability to grow more. It's just as your eye naturally twitches slowly back and forth, as you naturally see things or whatever is looking around you, your brain is specifically designed to process out things that deems unnecessary. That's why you forget most details, almost all details you ever interact with. Right? You're not a camera. You just only hold on to things that matter. You stop being able to process out things that don't matter. You start being able to hold on to all of it, meaning that little twitch that way, little twitch that way, so on and so forth, you hold on to it. And you can accurately predict where things are going to be able to go based off simply hearing where things are, small minor currents of the way the wind might move your hair slightly, smells, so on and so forth. All these things allow you to accurately predict. So sure, you haven't looked at Ophios in 6 or 7 seconds, but based off of these other senses that are so alive and so on fire in your mind, you're able to accurately predict where he most likely is and effectively still see him, even though you can't see him any longer, right? Looking into the water, looking at the ripples that you see, you can, top of your head, immediately count where those ripples began from, where they're going to, and how many of them there are, right? That's easily comes apparent to you. But that's not even the exciting part about this. After we finish describing all this other stuff, when you are interacting with other people, you become keenly aware of all of their minute little tells. We're talking about, like, if they're lying, if they're scared, if they're holding back on something, being forthright, if they're coming at you at a fast pace, but they don't intend to harm you, just trying to maybe grab at you, you know what that is first, even though you don't understand why, and you can react to it before they even realize that you realize what's going on and are already reacting. Your brain is just on fucking hyperdrive, so much quicker, able to process everything around you that others can't even begin to keep up. To put this into perspective, yes, Elijah has a 20 intelligence, but he'll have a hard time maintaining but he could not maintain what your brain now can maintain. You take a few steps into the water, but needless to say, it is fucking amazing. Those few steps very quickly become a dive in. You guys literally watch Rena dive into the water because she wants it all. She wants to take it all in. How do you react?
Obvious would be, don't drink it.
She won't.
Rena, you can go ahead, and I need you to roll for me really quickly a charisma check.
Charisma?
And maybe you guys went to the wrong room, so who knows?
Yeah, Constitution is Rena. I'm supposed to be Charisma.
12's not bad. You want to modify that, Rena? 14. You were smart enough not to drink the water. You were told not to, and your mind is fucking on fire. When you pull yourself out of the water, one of the things, I forgot to describe this with the water. Even though the water looks like water, seemed to move like water, It's not quite water. It's more viscous. Not quite a syrup, but more like. Have you ever had like Aunt Jemima syrup? That's topical. Had like fresh from like Vermont syrup, right?
Right,
You know,
where it's like less thick and like more watery almost.
but still not quite as thin as water.
Right.
It's like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It almost like felt like it had a current in there. You could feel all that, and you could feel it literally dripping off of it. Rena, needless to say, your character is alive like she's never been before. She understands everything in the world to her like she's never been before. She looks at Messi and says, that is the face of a man that would like the stream to end so he can go to sleep. That is how on point you are. And with that transition of your character, we will end the session for the night.
Oh my god. Rena and I flip-flop spots.
That's hilarious. It's fine though.
I mean, I'm genuinely curious if what we're dealing with here is like a permanent ability later.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, is this like a time thing or like, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Yours
I
definitely
presume
isn't.
that if I went and hopped in the water, it would not have the same effect, but we'll see. Maybe.
Either way, I'm so glad we finally got to start exploring the temple. We technically are almost done with level 1 of the temple, so that's good news. Poor Messi.
Almost done.
He had a hard time getting in. Thank you so much, Aklo, and thank you, Viking Magoo earlier. So yeah. Why don't we? Oh God. And you know what's crazy is Rena's birthday is July 3rd. So we're actually not playing next week. Because we can't continue on without Rena playing this super hyper focused Rena. I mean, I'm not. I could play as Rena, of course, because I know more, so it's easy for me to meta and know all that stuff. But Rena's gonna have to drink some coffee and be ready, because 2 weeks from now when we play
I
again,
have to drink like a whole bunch of coffee.
she's gonna be on point. It's gonna be great, Rena. I think you're gonna have fun.
I'm stoked. I can't wait.
I
Yeah.
presume you can't have both things, is what I'm thinking based off of this.
What do you mean?
You can't have the barrier and the water.
Try.
You know, water first.
Maybe
then
others
barrier.
have. Anyways.
The easy part of the Temple of Doom. Oh, good.
I feel like this is the part where we get the tune-up to try and survive the next floor. It's like the boost, like potions.
Oh, your
Lots of Red
boost
Bull
is
for
that you
sure.
have a guy in a time loop and somebody dropped an FF to make them helpful. So I was like, oh,
Nice.
cool. I'm going to make them break through more often, much more easily. Oh, hello, gift subs.
Woo.
Jesus. Ew. Thank you so much. So why don't we start talking about some stuff, where people can find you, what you guys have going on, what's exciting, what isn't.
Sure. Messi, go ahead.
What up? Twitch.tv/DunkTV, Sundays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. EST is the Internet Basketball League. We had to make some changes to our roster for several different reasons, but we're back, baby. We're excited. I don't know who's playing this week, but it's going to be dope, as always. Tyler was on last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, let me hear you let me hear you talk about it.
I mean, I had a blast. It was very interesting. I found out that I am on the Golden State Warriors, and we are winning a lot.
Yeah, you guys are unstoppable. It's actually really annoying.
I mean,
we'll
the
see,
one
'cause we
game
did
that I
have to do some
commentated
losses.
on was our loss before a 7-game win streak. So
Yeah, it happens. Daelric got off the bench for a couple plays too.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Sat back down pretty quickly.
Which team was he on again?
I don't remember. He rides the bench. He doesn't play. We just happened to look at his stats and we saw he played like 6 minutes one game. We're like, hey, good job, buddy. Get that bag. Get that $1 million paycheck a year, brother.
Makes me wonder if he
can.
was on the Pistons, considering what had happened.
I don't recall. Probably. Anyway, yeah. So check that out. Tuesday. What am I talking about? Sunday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. EST on twitch.tv/DunkDUNC Thanks.
Okay. Tyler, you got
Sure.
anything exciting?
Yeah. I'm tired. I'm considering taking a break, but trying to push through and do a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot I'm dealing with right now. So, I mean, I think we all are dealing with a lot. There's just certain things going on in life that it's one of those things. I have not slept more than 5 hours for the last week plus. So I'm still doing what I can to self-care. This was definitely a huge deal. Being able to talk with Messi, Rena, Scott, and do D&D was huge for me.
Me too,
I should
man.
have a stream tomorrow, maybe. We're playing some Civ 6, but I'm having a blast with this. I'm working on a whole bunch of different things behind the scenes. Charity projects, various other things, and a new YouTube video. And this one was really fun. Posted today at noon, and it's the Drinky Boys, to give you a perspective. Needless to say, there were some adult beverages and some playing video games, and
with the
hilarity
boys.
ensues.
Who's the boys?
Thought we were the boys.
We're not the boys. Who are the boys?
I know we're not the boys.
So the Drinky Boys are Bird, who I told you about,
Yep.
Joey, and AG. Fun, fantastic people who I play Call of Duty with pretty regularly. So
Now, you mean Bird is the word, right? Like that's who.
No.
Bird
You're talking about Bird is the word.
650.
But isn't it Bird is the word 650? Is that how? No.
Stop saying her name.
No. But
You're making me you're making me mad, man.
I haven't hung out with Bird in forever. And
Me either,
Doxy
man.
rated, so I'm sure there's bird friends here. Friends and birds.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's essentially what's going on with me. I don't really have anything exciting to add other than a new video posted, and more videos will be posted on Friday next week. And everybody should wish Rena a happy birthday next week.
Thanks.
And
Facts.
I'm upset we're not playing next week, obviously, because I'm like, oh man, there's so much. Like I'm so excited for this temple to be done on stream. Super excited for it. But
I know I want to play.
But of course, Rena needs to enjoy her birthday. You doing anything exciting for your birthday, Rena?
Actually, not really. Just making it a relaxing kind of weekend, doing stuff that I like. Kind of have to stay home with everything that's going on, so just taking it easy.
Quarantine birthdays.
Are you
yeah.
streaming or you not?
I might stream on the 4th, I think.
Okay. Cool.
But not my birthday, so yeah.
Cool. Well, then everybody knows who I am. You're on my channel. You can go to YouTube and subscribe. If you choose not to subscribe to catch all the VODs. So if you choose to subscribe, don't click the bell. Just don't do it. I've been good these past like 2 sessions, and I literally already uploaded the first half of tonight's session. I just now have to rip the other half off of YouTube, off of Twitch, and then cut off half the video, which is annoying, but it's my fault for not pressing record. So hopefully I'll get that one up. I've been good. I'm going to try to stay to be good. Don't click that bell just in case, because I'm a terrible person. Otherwise, check out Lost Initiative Show, where all we do is talk about Tyler and how much of a Chad he is. What? And we will see you guys on Wednesday for my next session. Yeah, Wednesday. Until, I finally get my Monday night stream going and we have a bunch of them going at once. Let's see who we can raid, boys and girls.
I have an idea.
Who?
Who do you have?
One second, everybody. We're going to raid. We're going to go and raid Tyler's friend over here, the one that he was just talking about, the one that actually is crushing it in sports, apparently, or something. I don't know. I don't really listen when he talks. Oh, my apologies. He's a speedrun player. He runs speeds. Let's go. Guys, what should we say in chat when we get there? Gotta go fast. Spam. Gotta go fast. I'll type it in chat so y'all can spam it. Copy and spam it. Ready? There you go. Copy and paste. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. Everybody copy. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2,